Gonan and the habit of laziness. Once upon a time, in a small village, there was a boy named Gonan. He was well known for his laziness and lack of ambition. Despite constant advice from his family and friends about the value of time and the importance of using it wisely, Gonan paid no attention. He often procrastinated, wasted his time on meaningless activities, and had no plans for his future. Day after day, Gonan remained the same. While others in the village worked hard, pursued their dreams, and focused on self-improvement, he continued to waste his time on temporary pleasures. Occasionally, he realized that he was falling behind his peers, but his habit of procrastination kept him from making any real changes. One day, rumors spread about the arrival of a wise old man named Mr. Ruppa. He was known for his deep wisdom and his ability to help others solve their life problems. When Gonan heard about him, curiosity sparked within him. Could this old man help him find the right path? With a glimmer of hope, Gonan decided to seek Mr. Ruppa's advice, unaware that this meeting would change his life forever. The fateful meeting between Gonan and Mr. Ruppa. One day, Gonan's small village buzzed with excitement over the arrival of a wise old man named Mr. Ruppa. He was renowned for his profound wisdom and his ability to help people find solutions to their life's toughest problems. Villagers eagerly gathered to meet him, hoping to receive valuable advice, and soon his reputation spread far and wide. When Gonan heard about Mr. Ruppa, curiosity sparked within him. Though he had never truly cared about change, he found himself drawn to the stories about the old man. His curiosity gradually turned into a desire to seek answers to the doubts lingering in his heart. He wondered, could this man help me understand the value of time? After much hesitation, Gonan finally decided to visit Mr. Ruppa. Upon arrival, he saw the wise old man sitting calmly under a large banyan tree, exuding a peaceful and intelligent aura. With deep respect, Gonan stepped forward, bowed, and said, "Sir, I have heard of your wisdom and how you help people find the right path in life. I feel like I am wasting my time, but don't know how to change. Can you show me how to make better use of my time?" Mr. Ruppa listened attentively and smiled, nodding in understanding. Silently, he reached into his bag and pulled out a small hourglass, handing it to Gonan. As Gonan held it, he admired its delicate craftsmanship, but did not yet grasp its significance. "This hourglass represents time," Mr. Ruppa explained. "Each grain of sand falling down symbolizes a precious moment of your life. I want you to imagine that every time you procrastinate or waste time, a grain slips away forever, never to return." Gonan stared intently at the flowing sand, beginning to feel the weight of those words. For the first time in his life, he truly reflected on the value of time. The lesson about time. Gonan held the hourglass in his hands, watching each tiny grain of sand slowly trickle down. He could sense the relentless movement of time, yet he had not fully grasped its meaning. Seeing the contemplative look on Gonan's face, Mr. Ruppa smiled kindly and continued explaining, "Imagine that each grain of sand represents a moment in your life. When you hesitate or waste time, these moments slip away forever, never to be reclaimed." Hearing this, Gonan began to understand the preciousness of each passing second. In the past, he had always assumed he had plenty of time to do everything, but he had never paused to reflect on how quickly it was slipping away without waiting for anyone. Mr. Ruppa continued, "Time is a priceless gift, but it cannot be stored or reversed. Every second that passes is an opportunity you can either seize or lose. If you continue to waste it, one day you will wake up filled with regret over everything you have missed." The old man's words struck Gonan like a wake-up call. He recalled countless times he had procrastinated, neglected opportunities for learning, and ignored chances for personal growth. He realized that every wasted moment was an irreplaceable loss. Feeling a growing sense of urgency, Gonan asked, "Then what must I do to change? How can I appreciate time and use it wisely?" Gonan's transformation. Listening to Mr. Ruppa's teachings, Gonan felt a surge of determination fill his heart. He realized that if he wanted to change himself, he had to take action immediately. Without hesitating any longer, Gonan began planning how to transform his life. First, he reorganized his daily schedule. Instead of waking up late and wasting time on meaningless activities, he set a fixed hour to start his day. Every morning, Gonan made a list of important tasks to complete throughout the day. He learned to prioritize his work and focused on each task with seriousness and dedication. To avoid distractions, Gonan eliminated unnecessary habits, such as spending excessive time playing games or sitting idly without doing anything productive. He started devoting time to reading books, learning new things, and developing his skills. Little by little, he felt more in control of his time and, in turn, his life. As days passed, Gona noticed a significant change within himself. He no longer procrastinated like before, but instead made sure to complete his tasks on time. The challenges he once found overwhelming gradually became easier as he persisted. Moreover, Gonan felt a newfound sense of peace, knowing that every moment he spent was meaningful and well utilized. Gradually, Gonan's transformation did not just impact his own life, but also inspired those around him. The villagers were astonished by his growth. They saw a completely different Gonan, a hardworking young man with clear goals who now valued time. Gonan's perseverance paid off. He started achieving accomplishments he had never thought possible. More importantly, he understood that the true value of time was not just in completing tasks, but in how it helped him grow, evolve, and cherish the meaningful moments in life. Gonan and the journey of growth. As time passed, the positive changes in Gonan's life became more evident. He not only accomplished his personal goals, but also learned to appreciate the relationships around him. In the past, he had taken time for granted and spent most of his life on meaningless pursuits. But now he understood that time was not only a tool for success, but also an opportunity to create precious memories with family and friends. Gonan started spending more time with his loved ones. He helped his parents with household chores, had conversations with his grandparents, and shared joyful moments with his friends. Simple things like a family meal or an afternoon walk with friends became more valuable than ever. He realized that the true worth of time was not just in how much he accomplished, but in how he cherished each moment of his life. As the years went by, Gonan matured into a responsible individual. He was no longer the lazy young man he once was, but instead became a role model for the younger generation in his village. When he grew old, the villagers honored him for his achievements. However, for Gonan, his greatest success was learning how to use time meaningfully. But he did not stop there. Gonan shared his life story with the younger generation. He recounted his years of wasted time, his fateful encounter with Mr. Rupa, and the invaluable lesson he had learned about time. His story spread far and wide, inspiring countless people to recognize that time was the most precious asset they could ever possess. Thanks to Gonan and the lessons from Mr. Rupa, the entire village transformed. People started living with purpose, treasuring every moment, and working together to build a thriving community. Gonan's story became the clearest testament to the power of time and how it could change a person's destiny. Gonan's legacy and the lesson of time. Many years passed, and the story of Gonan and the valuable lesson from Mr. Rupa became inspiration not just in the village, but far beyond. Those who heard about Gonan's journey felt the power of transformation and the true value of time. Gonan, once a lazy and directionless young man, grew into a successful and respected figure in his community. He not only achieved his own life goals, but also inspired younger generations, helping them realize that every moment is precious. He encouraged them to stop procrastinating, prioritize important tasks, and make the most of the time they had. As he grew older, Gonan had no regrets about his past. He had lived a meaningful life and left behind an important legacy, a lesson about time that the entire village would always remember. He spent his days talking to young people, sharing his story, and helping them avoid the mistakes he had once made. Thanks to Gonan, the villagers began to change. They learned how to manage their time more effectively, spent more meaningful moments with their families, gained knowledge, and worked on personal growth. The village prospered, becoming a thriving community full of energy and ambition. Gonan's life became undeniable proof that time is not just a natural force, but a powerful tool that shapes a person's destiny. By respecting and using time wisely, anyone could transform their life and achieve success beyond their imagination. And so the story of Gonan became a living lesson, reminding everyone that time waits for no one. Make the most of it before it's too late. The timeless lesson of time. The story of Gonan and the lesson from Mr. Rupa did not remain confined to the village, but spread to many other places. Those who heard about Gonan's journey felt the power of transformation and the importance of time. They realized that every passing moment was a precious opportunity that could never be regained. Gonan, once a lazy and directionless young man, had become a role model. Not only did he change his own life, but he also inspired countless others. He often told the younger generation, time is the most valuable asset. If you know how to use it wisely, you can achieve anything in life. Thanks to Gonan, the villagers began to live with more purpose. They learned to manage their time, spent more meaningful moments with their families, and focused on self-improvement. No one wasted time on meaningless activities anymore because they understood that every moment had value. Gonan's story became a lasting reminder that time is priceless. Those who cherish it will lead a meaningful and fulfilling life. And so, Gonan's lesson about time continued to live on in the hearts of many. In the end, the village flourished, thriving on the invaluable lesson of the true worth of time.